Why do we crave sugary food? For many of us, the sight of a freshly glazed donut can feel like falling in love, and coming home to a pack of unopened cookies can feel like the adult version of Christmas morning. There's something about sugar that hooks us and keeps reeling us in again and again. Whether we like it or not, sugar has a major hold on us. If you're reading this, it's highly likely you understand and have the first-hand experience of this allure. Sugar isn't just confectionery, it's compulsion. There is no such thing as stopping after just one. I mean, if one is good, more is better. At least that's what it feels like with the sweet stuff. We are given many reasons for our sugar cravings: pleasure-seeking brain circuits, intestinal parasites, mineral deficiencies, malnutrition, habitual behavior, unbalanced diets, too much salt, buried emotional issues, lack of sleep, stress, and my favorite, lack of discipline. We are not at a loss for reasons for our addiction to sugar, yet knowing isn't enough to change us or our behavior. If knowing was enough, we would all be winning gold medals and gold stars in every area of our life. If anything, knowing just makes it feel worse. We know better, so why aren't we doing better? Knowing becomes just another reason for us to feel bad about ourselves. The next step to knowing is to try and do something about it. We take matters into our own hands and attempt to turn our sugar-loving switch from on to off. This is not a painless process, and just when we feel we're making ground, something happens to throw us off, and we're on a mission to hunt down any sugar we can find and back at the start. When we decide to target our sugar dependency, we attack the sugar itself. We clear the pantry, empty the house of all products, and declare sugar the enemy. And this is fine, except it doesn't work. When we create an action plan like this, we're a few steps too far ahead and facing the wrong direction. We don't address what's really happening. The key: target the true problem, not the side effect of the problem. And sugar cravings are the side effect. They're the symptom of the real problem, and treating symptoms never makes the problem resolved. The only way to create true, long-standing change is to address the root cause, otherwise you're just wasting your time and prepping yourself for another future sugar binge. What is the root cause? Leptin resistance. One way to target leptin resistance is with a product called Leptitox, a blend of 22 all-natural ingredients that work with your body to reverse leptin resistance and its effects. When leptin resistance occurs in our body, we have a malfunctioning system. This malfunction will produce troublesome symptoms. Not only does leptin resistance increase hunger, but it creates cravings. That's a recipe for disaster. Not only will you be hungry, but you'll be hankering after the worst foods imaginable. We may have blamed everything else under the sun for our inability to stop reaching for the next cookie, everything but leptin resistance. If you want to see real movement and change, you'll need to target leptin resistance and do something to fix it. Leptitox is just the way to address the growing problem of leptin resistance, since it has been created to target and address it. Leptitox is a blend of 22 carefully selected herbs, amino acids, and vitamins with the ability to help your body address the real cause of leptin resistance. It will change everything you thought you knew about weight loss. What is leptin resistance? Before we saw the world as a globe spinning in the vast expanse of space, we once believed it was flat and the sun revolved around us. Before we knew the dangers of mercury, as a neurotoxin and overall health no-no, it was once considered the go-to treatment for a host of medical conditions, for everything from syphilis to parasites. Before we had modern health-conscious cosmetics, women would adorn themselves with lead-filled face paint and wash their skin with ammonia. They would slowly poison themselves, but were convinced it was essential for true beauty. The knowledge we have gained over the years has not come without a fair share of innocent misunderstandings, but thankfully, as we know more, we are able to make more informed choices based on actual science, on truth, on what works. It is crucial we build our actions on a foundation of truth. Our beliefs about weight loss have centered around constantly shifting paradigms. Throughout the decades, we have blamed various things for our inability to lose weight and keep it off: high-fat foods, carbohydrates, calories, lack of motivation, genetics. We have, in a way, been the people who thought the sun orbited us. Deep down, we may sense there's another reason for our inability to control our appetite and our expanding waistline, but just don't know what it is. If you look at the diet and health industry we have created, you'll see the answers we're fed about the obesity epidemic. We are supplied with new answers and solutions all the time, and so, full of hope, we try them, only to be disappointed when we end up back where we started. What if I told you the health industry has got it all wrong? What if I were to tell you that we actually have the solution for why you have gained weight and been unable to lose it? Would you believe me? If you're anything like the people I've just described, the people who have trusted the answers and solutions in the past, probably not. You may be burnt out on hope. Yet, you are reading these words, so there must be some trace of hope left, and I want to work with that tiny bit of remaining hope to change your life. And I mean it. We're here to show you a new way, to point you in the direction of the actual cause of your weight gain. No more blaming the wrong thing, looking in the wrong direction, no more wasting your time. The real cause. This new direction starts with something called leptin. Never heard of leptin before? You're not the only one. This hormone is a lesser-known player in our hormonal system, which is sad since it is responsible for so much within our body. Did you know leptin helps regulate bone mass, the menstrual cycle, the synthesis of thyroid hormones, our appetite, and metabolism? And this is just scratching the surface. Leptin is known as the obesity hormone and the fat hormone. A pretty big clue for what it's responsible for. When our body operates faultlessly, like a well-oiled machine, leptin would be produced by your body's fat cells and communicate with the hypothalamus in our brain via the bloodstream. The amount of leptin would determine whether the body stores fat or loses it. A minor increase in leptin concentration reduces the appetite and leads to a decrease in body weight. 1. This is how things are supposed to work. A high level of leptin in the body informs your brain that there is enough fat stored, you are not starving, you will survive, and so your appetite is switched off and you burn more fat. Similarly, if your body fat were to decrease, leptin should follow suit and diminish, signaling to your brain to stop burning fat, to store the fat you have, to increase your appetite and prompt you to eat. This is how things are supposed to function. But what happens when something interrupts the balance which our body is meant to keep? That's when leptin resistance occurs, and this leptin resistance is the reason for our fruitless, yet well-intentioned, attempts to take control of our health and body. Once you are leptin resistant, you won't lose the weight no matter how little you eat or how much exercise you do. Thankfully, there is a way out. Your life doesn't need to be ruled by leptin resistance, there is something you can do. Real results. Real science. No wishing for the best. And this is where we come in. If you've had enough of the endless trying and disappointment, if you've had enough of feeling like a prisoner in your body and a prisoner to food, then a product called Leptitox may help. It is a groundbreaking supplement program that addresses the root cause and breaks the devastating cycle of weight gain once and for all. Product review. I've never had the impulse to write a review for a product before. I figure people will discover for themselves how good something is without my help. But after trying the Leptitox supplements, this changed. I knew I had to help other people understand what this product offers since it gave me what I had been after for years. I personally didn't find Leptitox because of a review, I found it because I was desperate. I had been struggling with my weight since I was a teenager and after a few decades had had enough. I had been on every diet imaginable, low-fat, low-carb, fruit fasting. I tried everything, as well as various health products and workout programs. I spent time and money on things I hoped would change me. So I came to Leptitox with a lot of skepticism and a baggage load of disappointment. The fact they offered a 60-day money-back guarantee made the decision to purchase a lot easier. Less to lose. I'm so glad they chose to offer the program this way, since it made it more appealing for someone like me who really couldn't emotionally deal with another thing which felt like it just took my money, without even delivering the results. When you buy the program, you automatically get the 60-day money-back guarantee. I already took a few basic supplements, a multivitamin and vitamin D, for the cloudy Washington days, and just slipped the Leptotox supplement alongside these, so it wasn't that hard for me to remember to take them. If you're new to taking supplements, you may need to set an alarm on your phone, etc., but this wasn't an issue for me. It was easy to remember to take them. I just left the bottle out on the surface with my other vitamins. I guess their effect could be considered magic, but they're that way for a reason, for a scientific reason. That's what creates the change. First of all, they're 100% natural. That made me feel better right off the bat. They're mainly composed of herbs, with a spice or two, and a couple of science-sounding amino acids thrown in for good measure. These 22 ingredients work together to do three things: help the body detox, control the appetite, and promote healthy weight loss. The daily dosage is 2 capsules taken once a day, and you're supposed to take those 2 capsules 20 to 30 minutes before you eat. For me, it was easiest to take this dose first thing in the morning. My work schedule is too erratic to have it later in the day. I would have it before breakfast, and this really worked for me. It was easy to remember. I got out of bed and pretty much took the capsules then and there, then I could just get on with my day, not having to remember it again. Pretty easy. Before Leptotox, I had no clue about how EDCs, endocrine-disrupting chemicals, disturb the way my body works. I didn't even know they existed. Which kind of made me wonder about why society doesn't make a bigger deal of them, but anyway. They mess with the body in a major way, and they're found in so many things around us, things we could consider safe or inert. Now that I've mentioned results. If you've stuck with my review this far, you're probably wondering what they are. I achieved more than I thought would be possible for me. The first week I lost 2 to 3 pounds, encouraging, but I still passed it off as circumstantial, thinking next week I'd be back at my regular weight. Long story short, at the end of the 60-day money-back guarantee period I had lost 17 pounds, and in another 60-day period I had reached a 32 pounds loss. To say I was thrilled would be an understatement. Most diet protocols call for extreme deprivation and punishing workouts. With Leptotox I didn't have to do any of that. Now, did it take no effort at all? No, I had to be dedicated to taking the supplements, and address and fix the weak areas of my lifestyle which added unnecessary toxicity. I had to think about what I was doing, but did I have to run myself into the ground? Not at all. This program gave me the body I never had, or at least hadn't had since my early teens. If I can inspire you to take a chance, like I did, and try Leptotox for yourself, I really hope I've done that. Now that I've experienced what I have, I can say that taking the risk and trying one more thing is worth it. Even after a string of failed diets and weight loss plans, please don't give up on yourself. Change is possible. It happened for me, and it turned my life around. Groundbreaking new weight loss product changes the face of dieting. Denver, Colorado, USA, October 1, 2019. People who struggle to lose weight now have an easier, scientifically proven option for breaking the weight gain cycle and shedding unwanted pounds: Leptotox. Sonia Rhodes just announced the release of a brand new weight loss product. It is set for worldwide distribution as of October 2019 and is looking to change the dieting industry. Based on science-backed research on the underestimated and previously shrouded subject of leptin resistance, the all-natural supplements feature powerful herbs, select vitamins and amino acids to arm the body with the ability to fight and reverse leptin resistance, the cause of weight gain and obesity. Before we understood the role of leptin resistance in obesity and the inability to lose weight, we had no other choice but to attack body fat in all the wrong ways, says Sonia Rhodes, co-founder of Leptotox. With the discovery of leptin, and the phenomenon of leptin resistance, we finally know the right way to target the obesity epidemic we're facing. And that's what we've done with the Leptotox supplements, combined our awareness of leptin resistance with the desperation and despair people feel around their inability to lose weight when they're doing everything they can. Determined to end the heartache of those who are overweight, and who don't know how to combat it, Sonia Rhodes has taken it on herself to manufacture a product, Leptotox, which addresses the problem of leptin resistance as well as the initiating, underlying cause, breaking the weight gain cycle once and for all. As Sonia explains, it was important that we do not just treat the symptoms of weight gain, thereby managing the issue, but that we zero in on the actual cause. We weren't looking for superficial results, leaving people confused and feeding into the yo-yo trajectory diets are known for. Without addressing the cause, we knew it wouldn't be enough to really help people, and that was our mission. According to the extensive research Sonia Rhodes stands behind, leptin-resistant stems from a source few people would acknowledge as a risk. This is why, according to Rhodes, the obesity epidemic has been able to spread as much as it has. We have blamed the wrong things and allowed the real cause to remain a normal staple of our lives. This is how any problem proliferates, by not being stopped early on. Sonia Rhodes continues, clearly passionate about the subject. We didn't nip the problem in the bud when we saw the initial spike of obesity, and by that point, it was too late anyway. If we had known what was making people gain weight, we could have done something, but all we can do now is reverse it. Thankfully, that is what our supplements do. It's not too late if we target the right things. Ideal for anyone who has struggled with seemingly stubborn and unresponsive body fat, Leptitox attacks weight gain from the one place overlooked in the health industry. Not only does it promote healthy weight loss, but it also helps curb hunger and detoxes the cause of leptin resistance right out of the body. Rhodes has created a product suitable for anyone who is tired of doing their best and seeing no results, and even better, the product itself is safe, all-natural and suitable for a wide range of people, with a no-risk 60-day money-back guarantee. Leptitox supplements are currently available, having just been released to the public in the early fall. Purchasing the supplements also provides people with material created to inform the public of the true cause of their inability to lose weight, as well as providing the solution so they can easily adjust their lifestyle to make permanent changes. For Rhodes, this is just the beginning. Her purpose is to broadcast the reality of leptin resistance and it's the solution, Leptitox, to the world, and really make a difference in the lives of people who have lost hope. Check the description for ordering.